week, including the weekends, either at home in the car or some other place. Please include any satellite listening, any HD radio stations, and any live internet stream of a local station. And if you could give me the regular radio stations first, like the dial position or the call letters.
I'm sorry, what?
If you could give me the regular radio stations first, like the dial position or the call letters.
I think it's 101. No, I'm sorry. It's 102.5.
Yep. And what other stations did you hear in the past week?
I'm not sure. I think it was the Squirt.
Okay. So did you hear any other stations in the past week?
Yeah, I tuned it to some channel. It was like WW. It was W. SC the Squirt.
Okay. Do you know the last call letter?
I think the last call letter was T.
Okay. And did you hear any other stations in the past 7 days?
No.
Okay. And we need to get more information about the station you identified as WSCT. W is in William, S is in Sam, C is in Cat, T is in Tom. Could you tell me anything you know about the station, like its dial position, its slogan, the format of the station, a city of broadcast, a personality on the station, a specific program, or any other information?
I'm not really sure.
You know, like maybe the type of music or programming?
Yeah, it was, hip-hop, R&B,
Yep.
the Squirt.
R&B. Okay. Do you know maybe like the city of broadcast?
I think it's, here in South Carolina.
Okay. Okay. And this is about WSCT hip hop, R&B.
Yeah, the Squirt.
Was that on AM or FM?
It was on, FM.
Okay. And which of the following stations did you hear during the week? On any day, Monday through Friday. In the last week, did you hear these stations on a weekday? 102.5.
102.5, the Squirt. I think I listened to it, 3 times this week.
Did you hear it any day during the week?
Yes, I listened to the Squirt 3 times out of the week.
Okay. And how about WSCT, hip-hop?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I listen to that channel about 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay, are those the same channels? 102.5?
No, I don't think they're the same channels.
Okay, but you listen to WSCT, hip-hop, and R&B, correct?
Right.
Okay, and you heard 102.5?
Right.
Okay, cool. And which of the following stations did you hear either day during the weekend? Did you hear these stations on Saturday or Sunday? 102.5.
No. I don't listen to those channels on Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. So no on 102.5 and no on WSCT, hip-hop, R&B?
Yeah, no on like 102.5 the Squirt, no.
Okay. And okay, now for this section, I'm going to ask you about radio listening you did yesterday, and I'll break the day into 4 different parts, and I'll ask the question in 4 different times of the day. And now this is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. yesterday. Did you do any radio listening between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. yesterday morning?
6 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Yep. For example, on a radio or a device of any kind?
Yeah. Yeah, I listen to that. Yeah.
Okay. What stations did you hear between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. yesterday?
Yeah, it was 102.5 the squirt.
Okay. And what time did you start listening to 102.5?
It was probably about 9 a.m.
Okay. And what time did you stop listening to 102.5?
It was probably about 11 o'clock.
Good. Okay, thank you. Good. And now we're going to do 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. yesterday. Now we'll move on to the next part of the day. And I know you mentioned earlier listening that continued into this part of the day. Besides that, did you do any radio listening between the hours of 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. yesterday?
Yeah, maybe an hour or so.
Okay, what station did you hear?
Yeah, it was a squirt. Yeah, it was 102.5 the squirt, yeah.
Okay. And what time did you start listening to 102.5?
I believe it was probably between 10 and 11.
Yep. And give me one sec here, get that in here. So 10 a.m. and you said you stopped listening to 102.5 at 11 a.m.?
Yeah, somewhere around in there.
Yep. And now we'll move on to the next part of the day. Did you do any radio listening between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. yesterday afternoon?
Yeah, briefly. I like to listen to that 102.5 the squirt, somewhere in my ear holes, between 2 and 3.
Okay. And I'll just, okay. And let's see, what stations did you hear between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. yesterday? And you said you heard 102.5, is that correct?
Yes, it was 102.5 the squirt.
Okay, and at what time did you start listening to 102.5? And you said 2 p.m., is that correct?
Yeah, it was probably about 2 p.m., yes.
Okay, and at what time did you stop listening to 102.5? And you said 3 p.m., is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Okay. And, okay. Did you do any radio listening between the hours of 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. yesterday?
No.
Okay. Okay, now we'll move on to the last part of the day for radio will cover. Did you do any radio listening between the hours of 7 p.m. and 12 midnight yesterday evening? For example, after dinner, if you were out in the car in the evening, or before going to bed?
No. My ears was already full by that time.
Okay, gotcha. It is so critical to include all stations you might have heard Thursday, besides what you already mentioned. Did you do any other radio listening between the hours of 6 a.m. and midnight Thursday?
No.
Okay. And which one station did you listen to for the most amount of time within the past 7 days?
That would be 102.5 the squirt, all in your mouth.
Okay. Next, I'm going to read a list of newspapers to you available in your area. Please answer yes or no for each paper. First, I'd like to ask you about weekday newspapers published during the week, Monday through Friday. During the past 7 days, which of the following weekday newspapers have you read or looked into, either at home or away from home? And we'll be talking about hard copies of the paper, not the internet editions. Have you read or looked into any part of the weekday Greenville news in the past 7 days?
No.
How about the weekday Seneca Journal in the past 7 days?
No.
Independent Mail.
No.
Citizen Times.
No.
Herald Journal.
No.
Times News.
No.
How about the weekday McDowell News in the past 7 days?
No.
New York Times.
No.
USA Today.
No.
Wall Street Journal.
No.
Have you read or looked into any part of any other weekday newspapers in the past 7 days?
Yes.
Yeah, what is the name of the newspapers that you, what is the name of the newspaper?
It is D's Nuts.
Hey, thanks for your time. Nice talking to you.
Oh my God.